Hello, my beautiful friends. I hope everyone's having a great summer. Today, I'm going to be doing my July TBR. And the first thing I'm going to be talking about is for Jane Austen July, I will be reading Sense and Sensibility. And this is going to be a buddy read with Old American Spirit and Bethany Brings books. I am very excited to be rereading this book. It is one of my favorite Jane Austens, probably... I would say that it ties for second with a couple of others. I think it ties for second with Pride and Prejudice and Mansfield Park. In my heart, Persuasion is my favorite Jane Austen. But I just am so excited to be reading with these ladies. I love Sense and Sensibility because the characters are so relatable and I feel so much for them. If you're not familiar with the story, we kind of start off the story with the women in this family being kicked out of their home because they have a male heir that is not the mom of these daughters' mother. So he had a mother who previously died, and just the injustice of it all and what they're going through is just so heart-wrenching. I love Sense and Sensibility. It is an excellent book. The next buddy read that I have is going to be the third books in the Pages and Co series. And this is a series of book wanderers, and some book characters actually end up in our world, such as like Anna Green Gables and Alice in Wonderland. We see like Sherlock Holmes. It's such a fun series, and I've been reading this with me and Dana, Book Mom, and Chatty the Mad Chatter. So this third book is Tilly and the Map of Stories. So excited to read this, and I know there will be some other people on Chatty's Discord joining in, so I am sure that everyone is welcome to jump on Chatty's Discord and follow along if you want to. All right, now the next book is the third book in the Timeless series by Gabrielle Meyer. I liked the first book. I absolutely fell in love with the second book. I hope this third book, which is for a lifetime, does it for me just as much as the others. She writes characters very well. She's really thought out how these characters are going to respond to the different timelines that they are in. There are some slight plot holes like you would get with any time traveling story, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much so far. All right, with my kids, we are going to be finishing up The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis. Of course, this is in the Narnia series. So far, we're about halfway through it, and we're also going to be finishing up Mother Carey's Chickens, and I've got to look at her name because it is so long. I always write Kate Douglas Smith Wiggin. Very simple names, but there are 4 of them, so I always mess it up. And this is a book that I started in the month of June, and it was recommended to be by Kindle Book Library. It is the book that the old Haley Mills movie Summer Magic, which was a favorite when I was a little girl, is based on. So we're going to be finishing that up. And when we are done with that, we are going to be moving on to the Book of 3. I tried so hard to get the sticker off. There were more stickers than these 2 on here. This is an old library book. This is a very classic children's fantasy, and I'm going to go into this very blind, but I've heard that it's excellent. I've only learned enough to make sure that it's appropriate for my children. Even though it's a children's book, you always have to kind of check and make sure with your own children it's going to be appropriate. And last but not least, I am going to be rereading 2 Sally Clarkson books to prepare me for my homeschool year. We usually get started towards the end of July so that our break is not too long. And the first one, I actually talked about this in the most beautiful cover in my Mid-Year Freak Out. This is A Waking Wonder, and this is Sally Clarkson. This is just basically her memoir of homeschooling her kids, and she always kind of gets my mind and my heart in the right place for homeschooling and making the focus be what it should be on. And this is a book that she wrote with her husband Clay. I did got an arc of this maybe it was about a year ago. It's called Giving Your Words. And I may not like read the whole thing word for word, but I might just be visiting this a lot because giving your words to your kids and others in your life is so important. How you do that, and you do that in an encouraging yet honest way when you need to confront them on sin in their life or other things that they might not want to hear. But also, just more than anything else, it is so important to honestly and truthfully encourage your kids. So that's what I'm going to be reading. I hope you guys have great July plans. I hope that you read a lot. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.